Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is my first video I've actually been filming since I got my channel back. But today is a review of this e-scooter, the Gotrax GXL V2. I just got this for myself about 3 months ago, and I love it. For the $300 price tag, it has an amazing amount of features, and I'm going to showcase all of them to you right now, and then tell you my more complete opinion on this e-scooter. And if you're seeing this one, this is my friend's. He's going to do a review of that on his channel soon. So look forward to that. I'll link his channel in the description, so you can all subscribe. But welcome back to another video. Let's get started. So the first feature that I'm going to show you is this LCD screen. It gives you the miles per hour, battery, and it also shows you if your headlight is on or not. The headlight, you cannot see it right now, but it is pretty bright. In the night, it's good enough to see 15-20 feet ahead of where I'm going. So right here, if you work your way down the stem, is the charging port. Next to it, we have the throttle. And on the other side, we have this brake, which controls a magnetic brake in the front hub motor, and also a disc brake in the rear wheel that you can see right there. And so it also comes with this nice, loud bell. That's just stock, doesn't do anything. The brake cable is a little hard to put on, but you basically just have to screw this in, and then you're good to go. We're working our way down the stem. We have the folding mechanism, which can be used by unscrewing the safety pin that comes with it. And yes, it is very dirty, but that's because I've been putting it through some really tough and dirty tarmac lately. Don't worry about any of this. This comes as clean as that. It looks really nice when you first get it. I really need to wash this thing. So anyways, after that, you can fold it by putting the kickstand up. Then you can press that button down, and this hook right here on the handlebars clips into the back wheel, and you can easily carry it. It's a little bit front heavy because of that front hub motor. If you're feeling more adventurous, you can even pick it up and wheel it like this. And you can just do this, and it is easier to take it long distances. But next, let's move on to the actual features of the battery and the motor. So you'll notice that the deck of this scooter is very thin, and that's because this is only structural support and also, obviously to connect the back wheel to the front. The battery of this scooter is in the post. It's right here, is a 186 watt hour, 36 volt lithium ion battery, and it connects down up to the LCD screen, which has a computer, and also this motor. This motor is a 250 watt hub motor that you can also peak at up to 500 watts. This scooter has a listed top speed of 15.5 miles an hour, but going downhill on a full charge, I've gotten it up to 18. On flat ground at full battery, it does average 15 to 16, but when you get to about half battery and below, it starts going from around 12 to 14, depending on the battery amount. So keep in mind that the battery will affect how fast you can go on this scooter. It does get less fun to ride if it's not at a full charge. But generally, as long as you have those top two bars on the screen, you're good to go with speed. So next I'm going to show you how fast this goes, and because I unfortunately don't have access to my head strap at this time, I still need to get all my camera stuff organized, because I haven't obviously been using it for like 4 months. My friend is going to film me, and you're going to see how fast this thing actually goes. This is a full battery. So we're going to do a short lap. We're just going to go up there and then turn around. And I'm going to do, as soon as we get to the trail, I'm going to do full throttle. You want to look right next to me. You can try. All right, so we're gonna go full, yeah, perfect, that's awesome. So we're gonna go full throttle, and we're gonna go a little bit up there just so we can get to top speed and show you how actually fast this is. It is really fun when it's at full battery. For 300 bucks, this is probably the best purchase I've made in a long time. So you can see I'm pulling ahead of it. So we were just standing here, and the cops just came from there and literally just drove up the sidewalk, and I was like, oh god, why are they coming here? Are they after us? What do we do? Anyways, the next feature I'm going to show you guys is how fast this thing brakes. This thing has some of the best braking you will find in an e-scooter, and that's because it has that strong disc brake in the back along with the very powerful magnetic braking in the front. So yeah, I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set this up on a table, and then I will show you how fast this brakes pretty much from top speed in pretty much a car length. You can just stay there unless you want to. So I'm going to show you guys how fast it brakes. I can brake if I want to skid. It does skid out when you slam on the brakes from top speed. It does skid a little bit, but it still stops in about a car length. I have actually adjusted the disc brake for this. It used to be stronger and you would stop faster, but the pads were actually rubbing against the brake. And so I figured that would wear it down quicker, so I adjusted it. A little bit of finesse for about 30 minutes. It works fine. Still brakes in pretty much 12 feet, 15 feet from top speed, which really is incredible. So I'm gonna visually show you how fast it is right now. Okay. So now I'm going to go up there, and then I'm going to get to top speed, and then I will start braking right here. Wait, hold on. So I will start braking right when I pass this e-scooter. So it's a good visual marker for you to know. I forgot about this. I've actually adjusted it so that it doesn't skid out. So this, you can actually adjust it so that you would stop probably, your back wheel will be at that crack in the line, which is about 10 feet. But anyways, you can see this is about only 15 feet from where I started braking. And I was going fast. I was going, I think, 16 miles an hour when I hit the brakes. And you can see I've come to a complete stop right here. So you only need about a car length of space if there's like a pedestrian or something that walks out. You're totally safe on this e-scooter. Another feature to point out is that it has a back reflector on this fender and each side. So that's another safety feature that I like. One last feature is that it has a very sleek design. There's very little branding. The only Gotrax symbol, besides what's on the rubber deck, is right here at the front. It's very hard to spot, actually. It just kind of looks like part of the design. So I really do like that. So from the front, this scooter looks pretty nice. Ignore the fact that I've knocked it over a couple times and there's some scratches here. One thing that I would like to point out is it does get scratched easily. So if you're kind of clumsy and you knock it over a lot like I do, you will get these big marks on the fender. On here, there's some when I've like put stuff on here. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. Don't knock it over or you will get bad like marks on it. That's it for now. The next thing and the last thing that I'm gonna do to wrap up this video is a range test. So I've calculated how far it is to do a lap down to the end of this street, back up the street next to it, and all the way back down right here. It is 1.2 miles. So I'm going to be doing laps until this actually dies from pretty much a full battery. So this is exactly how many miles this is a real life range test. In the city, people have said that it gets about 5 miles. We won't be stopping here as much, so maybe we'll see more than that, I don't know. But I'm expecting 4 to 5, maybe 6 laps in total, which would be about 7-8 miles. The advertised range is 8 to 12, but obviously that's measured at half of the top speed, which is 7 miles an hour, and also with a rider that weighs lighter than me. I weigh about 150 pounds. It is a little bit wet, but it's not very wet. It was just raining earlier, but it's pretty much ideal conditions, all flat the whole way. So the conditions are flat, a little bit wet, not stopping very much, so pretty much, you know, what you would be like on a bike path. So this is not a city range test. I might do one of those later. And the rider weight is 150 pounds. So let's do that. I'm gonna pack up my camera stuff, and I'll probably film when we get to the end of every lap and maybe a little bit in between, but let's go. All right, so first off, I'd like to apologize. This entire video was shot handheld with a GoPro. So yeah, sorry about the shakiness. I know I said I was going to film the range test, but I didn't because I didn't want to stop as much because, you know, it uses more power. And also my hands are freezing and I really kept one of them in my pocket for the most of the time. So we did 5 and a bit. We did about 5 and a third or more laps around the park. I think it took us about 40 minutes, right? 30, 40 minutes, yeah. And that means it's gone about 6.5 miles. But that was at max speed, and my tires, I haven't inflated them. I haven't pumped them back up since I got them, so they're not at the ideal pressure. So what I'm gonna do is in a few days, I'm gonna pump these up, and I'm gonna do a range test at half the top speed. And it's gonna be miserable, but I'll do it for content. And we're gonna see, hopefully I should get like 8-10 miles, and it's gonna take me like an hour and a half, and it's gonna be miserable. But, you know, I'll do it. I'll do it for the sake of knowledge. Anyways, so for now, just take this on an average day going top speed the whole time. It actually cut out too. It's completely dead. I can't turn it on. I'm pressing the button right now. It's just not turning on like normal. So it's completely dead. I had to push it back to the house now. But yeah, I will see you in a few days when I put myself through misery. Actual misery for content. Bye. Okay, so we're back. It's been like 2 days. It's literally the 26th now. So I pumped up the front and back tires, which was surprisingly easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to set the cruise control manually to about 7 miles an hour, 8.3. And we're going to see how many laps I can do. This is going to be not very fun. Nowhere near as fun as the last time because I'm going to be going super slow compared to it. But, you know, we'll see. We'll get it done. I expect this to take an hour, probably minimum. I've already done like 1 and a bit laps because I came from my friend's house to here without charging it, and that was exactly like 1.2 miles. So I'm gonna count this as 1, so I should have like 4. I think I have like 5 laps to do, 6 laps. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. So I'm going to put it on my head, and I'm gonna do a time lapse and try not to look around too much, and hopefully it will come out well. If it doesn't, I'm probably gonna put it in the video anyways. So yeah, enjoy that. I'm going to turn an hour plus of suffering into like a couple minutes. Enjoy. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I need to get more subscribers now that I have my channel back. Like the video if you enjoyed. If you didn't, hit that dislike button. Leave a comment down below if you own an e-scooter and what type it is. If you don't, check out the Gotrax GXL V2. It's a really good budget e-scooter. I'll leave the link in the description. It's not an affiliate link. I don't do those. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.